Hello, everybody. We're going to get started soon.
Hi, chat.
Hello, chat.
Chat, how good was that? Was that camera right? Am I right? That shit fucking rules. Camera sits.
I also found my original Resident Evil remake for GameCube.
Resident Evil.
Why is that
Something
not-
about seeing those two GameCube discs makes me happy.
What's happening here?
What is happening?
Are you guys hearing the music?
No.
Nope. ¿Qué quiere que te
It's
diga,
not-
Joey?
Is it playing through the right thing? Maybe. Let me see here.
Well, that's his.
Ooh.
Oh, it's bad. Well, chat is saying yes, it's bad. What are you?
It's Mozart's Turkish March in the Super Mario World sound font. That's fine. You guys should be hearing it though. That's weird. Let me see.
Uh oh.
Let me try something.
SpaghettiOs.
Do it, lady. Oh, we're here or something. Oh, he went away.
I hear it now.
I hear it. It's very faint.
Yeah, I can turn it up. All right, looks like it's taken now.
Oh shit! There we go.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's get the music.
I'm on it.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now!
That's a delicious
Yes, I heard
sound.
Okay.
I'm ready. Are you ready, Mike?
it. I'm sure am.
Are you ready?
All right. I am. Well, hang on. Let me just do this. There we go. I am ready. I'm going to count you in, Mike. Here we go.
Yeah,
Starting.
bring up the
in-
energy, Mike.
No,
I
no,
haven't.
this is perfect. Starting in 5, 4, 3.
Hey, you guys hear me? Start cheering now! Yeah, let's get this over with! Yeah.
Woof woof! Hi, I'm Mike Minotti, and I am a Nintendog.
Hi, I'm Jeff Grubb, and I am a Nintendog.
And we are the last of the Nintendo.
Woof.
Today, Silksong's already getting easier. Nintendo Direct this week? Really? Okay. And Nintendo got more money from its lawyers. Yay!
Good for you!
Hooray! But first off, Jeff Grubb, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. I was going to forget this podcast because I was upstairs and it was basically 9:01, and Steph's like, "Don't you have a show tonight?" I'm like, "Oh, what day is it?" And then I looked up from Hollow Knight Silksong and was like, "Oh, I should be doing a show right now. I am into this game. It has absorbed me.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'm losing track of dates and times, both of them."
That's okay. I was actually stuck in a Metal Gear Solid Delta cutscene. I was like, oh man, I'm running late. I feel pretty bad. And it was like 9:02 and I got on Discord. No one's here. No one's here. I was like, okay, I guess I feel better now.
Yeah, it was, but yeah, no, I'm boy, that's a video game, Hollow Knight Silksong.
Glad you're liking this one. I'm glad you're
yeah.
liking this one.
I'm sure I would like the first one if I would just really give it a real chance, but yeah, missed my opportunity. I'm using this opportunity of the zeitgeist to justify like really going into it, and now it's like, oh, it has its hooks into me. I'm not putting this thing down anytime soon.
Yeah, it's a hard game to stop playing. Are you still in Act 1?
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure I'm still pretty early. I'm stacking up some hours here, but my understanding is this is a big, beefy game. No sort of illusions about being anywhere near, like, even the halfway point. Like, I'm still very early, I think.
I just like that the big zeitgeist talked about game at the moment is 2D Metroidvania.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I'll take it any way I can get it, and I'm happy. You know what? I'm happy that it's this game because this game's very good. It deserves all of the love it gets. You know, I really doubt I come out of this being like this is my favorite Metroidvania, but it's already one of my favorites. So that's fantastic. I'm glad other people like this game as much as I do.
You're playing on Switch too?
I am playing on Switch too. Yes.
Same. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, it's like you would hope it looks great on there, but it looks great.
Oh yeah, it looks great. I'm definitely. I wish there was a little bit more travel on the analog sticks on that thing. So when third parties start putting out their own Joy-Con too, I guess I'm assuming that's something that will happen. Happened a ton on the first one. I'm going to assume that can happen here. When that starts to happen, I will look for an alternative. I do think that for games like this, where I'm doing a lot of precision stuff, I just find myself being like, I definitely thought I was pushing in the other direction. Why did I dash in the wrong way during that boss fight? That's really frustrating. But
you're not a D-pad boy on this one?
I can't. I can try for some games, but this game I know, we're talking about a 30-hour game, right? That's what people are clocking in on this.
That sounds about right. So first one was like that.
And I'm just afraid of crooking my thumb down like that for 30 hours. It is a very uncomfortable position after
I'll tell you what.
2-ish.
I usually never complain about that kind of stuff.
You're starting to feel it a little bit.
My hand hurts a little bit after 3 hours in. Yeah, it is a little bit weird getting down there for that.
Yeah, it is one of the reasons of should I play this on the Steam Deck OLED and have the OLED screen and I got the D-pad up there? But no, I'm happy to be playing. The analog sticks usually do work for the most part. It's just a couple of times where it's very, very precise. I'm trying to do 5 maneuvers in this game back to back to back, really fast in an instant, and I screw one thing up, and it's I know part of that is me being a little sloppy, sure, but I do think I did that right as I should have, and it just didn't take or whatever. But whatever, that's a very minor thing for what has been a very good game so far.
All right, so let's talk about some of the news here, including Silksong, which is getting a first post-release patch here, which is largely
I'm still not updated.
Well, it's not out yet, so
good.
Yeah. Well, there's a beta branch that has the update on Steam and GOG.
Oh, that's what people are talking about. Okay, yes.
Yeah, so you can download on there. Nintendo, not yet. It's not officially available on those things. So there are some balancing things. One of it is just kind of about the prices and the frequency that you get the rosary beads, which is kind of the more important currency of the two, is the one you use in shops. So they're going to lower the cost of bellways and bell bench prices and give you more as rewards for doing courier deliveries from relics, psalm cylinders, things like that. I mean, I thought that they were pretty stingy with the beads, especially early on. I don't know if that
only certain enemies drop them, and you have to go find them and then kind of farm them a little bit if you are really trying to do something specific. I've not had too much of an issue with that. I only just really lost a decent amount of those beads of the rosary beads recently. Up until that point, I was always able to do the corpse run, get everything back, and go and spend it. And that means I bought most of the maps and most everything so far. But there is an occasional time where I had spent a bunch of money, get to the next thing, and now it's here's 3 things asking for 80 beads. It's oh, okay, I guess that's going to be my next little bit. It's just kind of maybe looking for those enemies that drop these things. That probably should be a little bit smoother early on. If that's the kind of thing they want to have more of later in the game, I think that makes sense. They probably don't want people aching for this currency very early in the game.
Yeah, I think exactly that's the balance. Is just kind of the timing of it. Because where I am in the game now, kind of deep into Act 2, I never really have a problem with that. There aren't that many things that I have to spend them on, and you get a lot more of them. Early on, though, it's you're constantly, especially all the map pieces you have to buy early on, everything else. I see it. That wasn't some big problem for me, but sure. They also are slightly reducing the difficulty, they say, of 2 of the early game bosses, Moorwing and Sister Splinter, also decreasing the enemy damage from the Sand Carvers. I think that some people have been having some trouble with these bosses. I don't know if I thought it was some big thing. I don't think I personally had a huge problem with either of them. Having a problem with a boss in this kind of game, I want to have a problem and then overcome it. Maybe they just thought it was a little early for people looking at their data to be dying 10, 20, 30 times to a boss already.
I think that's probably right. I don't get the sense that these are supposed to be super, super hard boss fights, because I did just beat Sister Splinter, or whatever her name is, just a little bit ago, but probably half an hour ago. And doing that, I was just like, again, these patterns are super, super telegraphed. Very clear to know what is going to be happening in this fight. Now it's just down to execution. And if that's the case, like, where they're being very obvious about what you need to do, and even if you have the basic move set, just moving around and just anticipating things and an attack, and that's it, you could still beat all of these bosses. And honestly, in some ways, it's almost better, because if you just are playing very conservative, you could keep yourself out of damage. And I just think they want people to learn that side of things, that people should not get greedy. The soulsiness of this game comes in the corpse runs, and it comes in some of these boss fights where they don't want you just spam an attack for the most part. You get in there, get 2 hits, get out, find safety, find your next moment of opportunity. I thought that both these boss fights were about teaching people that concept, and probably not like to be super punishing yet. That will come later, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 40 bosses in the game. There's plenty of opportunities down. No spoilers, but like the end of Act 1 boss, I thought that was a very hard one. That was one that did take me, a good amount of tries, and that is an appropriate place for that.
Yes.
So yeah, you can have those moments later. I'm glad I was able to be in normal difficulty, but I don't think it's something where anybody who plays the game on the patch now has to wear a scarlet letter or something like that.
Not for these bosses. Definitely not. Yeah. I think these ones are meant to be tuned down. I think they're going to, you're right, looked at the data. They will have come away from this being like, yeah, this is now where we intended it to be.
Yeah. Plus, some of the things that makes them hard, there's ads in one of them, and a lot of bosses, even early on, do 2 like full pips of damage.
These guys won't anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. So yeah, whatever. But it's nice to see a patch coming out, especially with bug fixes. Even though I haven't had any major bugs yet, aside for all the ones in the game, because it's without bugs.
It's a fucking jokester. Huh?
Yeah, there he is.
Everybody. Yeah. So there's. Hey, do you think this is like already the 3rd best-selling game on the Switch too?
Let's see. So
after only Mario Kart and Donkey Kong.
It's not
pretty well.
It's not available physically, so maybe like a Cyberpunk might be edging it out a little bit still. But you're right. That'll happen here quick. Especially like as we get to the holiday and people are picking up their main game and then this $20 indie game they've heard a million things about. That's going to be such an easy second game purchase for a lot of people all through the next couple of years, obviously. Yeah. I think that it probably, if it's not number 3, it's very close.
I don't know about you, even though, this isn't a Nintendo exclusive or anything like that, to me, this does feel like the 3rd big one.
Yeah, no. Sony has done a decent job of locking down those big third-party multi-platform games. I say locking down, but like getting a deal with their publisher and then treating them like a big deal for the PlayStation with Hogwarts Legacy, 007, First Light, a handful of other games. Nintendo's got a very similar thing going with the marquee indie games. Hades 2 will come out here in a few weeks, and it will be console exclusive on Switch 2 when it launches. And I think a lot of people are like, well, I'll be playing Hades 2 on there. I'm going to play my other indie game on there. And yeah, you're right. This game, it's not just in your head either, Mike, because these games sell so much better on Switch than any other console.
I just realized what shirt you were wearing. Can you show the camera that? It is like sexy Roos the Bat sitting on a master. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty good.
It's a great shirt. It's real good. Yeah. Check it out, everybody. She's a sexy bat.
Yeah. This game's going to do so well for them. I even think, like, obviously there's a lot of Hollow Knight merchandise, but Hornet is going to be, I think that's a character we're going to be seeing a ton of for the rest of our lives.
That's going to be in every indie game going forward, yeah.
Yeah, because, in the first Hollow Knight, it was kind of this non-named silent protagonist thing. Here you have this named character who was, in the first game, and now she's talking. She has this fun personality. She's taking herself very seriously in a charming, almost cute way. So, gosh, yeah, I think, this game is going to be with us for a long time. I am having a ton of fun with it every night, even nights where I think, like, I can't play too much this tonight. It's kind of late. Got to go sleepy by. I still end up staying up for 3 hours. Just even like yesterday, because I'm deeping up the game, was like one of the first times where I really was just kind of running around, doing kind of poking, not really progressing any of the main missions.
Got nowhere to go.
Even that just felt good doing that for a couple hours and just finding some interesting stuff here or there. It's super fun.
Yeah, you had to follow your rainbow. I get it. I am, I'm with you. That basically echoes my experience. Yeah, it's a Metroidvania, and those are just the best. They're just the best.
I just think about that one time we were playing that Strider game that was a Metroidvania, no one remembers. And I think we did the Game as Game Club. You came in, you're like, yeah, making your game a Metroidvania is like cheating. It's just so good.
It's just
so good.
And I'm like, you could see it. There's people who are live tweeting their experience with the game and things like that. And there's some people who are like, this game's too hard, and I kind of hate it. I'm gonna be done. And then 50 skeets later, it's like, I'm done with this game, except for I just got a new power, so I'm going to check that out. And it's like, yeah, that's it. That's what happens. Is like, sure, you get frustrated, but if you beat the thing, then you could just put it down. But no, instead you get something new, and that makes you want to try all these new things and go explore the world again. It's just so good.
It's fantastic stuff. It's going to be fun to continue to play through it and see where it goes and what kind of post-launch content it gets, because there's a lot of stuff for the first Hollow Knight, major things added to that game down the road.
Yep.
All right, here. Let's talk about the Direct, actually, Grubb, because people still think that this is probably coming this week, either Thursday, the 11th, or Friday, the 12th. People are teasing how there could be 3 games with 7 in the title.
Yep,
so
Switch Force.
Yep. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, maybe. That rumored Final Fantasy 7 remake. Maybe Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon, Resident Evil 7, also 007, which has been promoted as coming to the Switch 2 already. I feel like that's a decent one. I like the idea of 7th Guest. People thought maybe Soul Calibur 7, and already whoever leaked this was like, no, it's not Soul Calibur 7. Don't get your hopes up with that. But, regardless of that, it seems like this is going to be likely a relatively big Direct this week. We've been speculating about this one a bit now. We know we want to see Metroid Prime 4's release date. Hopefully some other Metroid Prime stuff with 2 and 3 getting remasters. Maybe get, a few game reveals. Find out what that big game for 2026 is, whether it's Animal Crossing or something else. Are you getting excited, Jeffy?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited for this. I think that one of the things that me and Rachel talked about when she was on the show is what is the number for that Fire Emblem game? Is it 776? What is the Holy War or something?
No, there's
Thracia 776.
So
That's
they're
not doing that.
That's the one after Genealogy.
Right, they're doing Genealogy of the Holy War. That's right. That's a good point. Okay, so. Yeah,
cute, though.
Yeah, very much so. We'll see what has happened to all these 7 games. I'm gonna be happy to see. Oh, please, you got something?
There's a game coming out with 7 in the title that nobody else remembered. You stupid pieces of shit.
Oh no,
you dumb assholes.
Oh boy,
it'll be pretty good for a system that has a mouse now. Anno 117.
Oh shit,
Pax Romana.
If that's what Switch Force is teasing, these kids are gonna lose their mind. They're gonna be so excited for Anno.
Holy shit, Anno 117 is coming to the Switch. I mean, you know what? I think I got it. I think I killed it.
That's it. That's it right there. Everyone, give your kudos, give your flowers to Mike Minotti.
That's just all the Silksong bugs cheering for me.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what their applause sounds like. Yeah, I'm excited, and all of this sort of, hey, could a bunch of those other Sega games, now that Shinobi's out, maybe those games will be there. All these 7 games, whatever. It's Metroid. That give me news on Metroid, and I will be happy, sort of, no matter what. And then everything else is going to be a little bit of sugar on top. If we do get that tease for a big Switch 2 2026 game, I'll be ecstatic. If we don't, but we get Metroid Prime 4's release date and it's not delayed to 2026, I'll be fine. So this is a pretty low hurdle for this Direct to clear for me personally. And then I get the sense that it might be quite a bit more than that. So yeah, I'm ready to get into this thing and see what Nintendo's got.
The other thing we're wondering about is Hades 2, which seems almost crazy to think about right now while
it's
playing
crazy.
Hollow Knight Silksong. But that game could be coming out soonish, and that could get a release date revealed in a Direct. It could be a matter of that thing's out in a week.
Yep.
Just the idea of getting back-to-back Silksong into Hades 2 sounds grossly decadent.
Yes, I'm like, if I'm them, do I do one of these delays and give it a little bit more time? That's almost a game because it'll be digital only at first. Like what if that game came out just like on Christmas Day, right? Where it's like one of those games where
it's cozy.
Yeah, and everyone just is like, I got a new Switch or we did all the stuff all day, and this evening everyone's just going to be like reading their books or playing with their toys, or we're going to put on a movie, and I'm going to download Hades 2 in this big old chair with a blanket and play that. That would be a move right there. For a digital game, Christmas Day releases are huge because everyone runs to those eShops and the digital stores and buys stuff. So I don't know. I guess maybe I don't want to necessarily wait that long, but right in this moment, I can't imagine Hades 2 being here as well. That, you're right, decadent.
That's going to be an indie game of the year bloodbath, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, there's be some people like us, like, what about Blue Prince? And then most people like it back down into the box.
Give it a swirlies, yeah.
Right, but really, oh, it's a good year. It's exciting. I played so many games that I've really enjoyed this year, Jeff, and there are still some big ones like Hades 2, like Metroid Prime 4. I am excited to learn some more about this. And yeah, just see whatever else we have. If we do, in fact, get this direct, we'll do a talkover during it on giantbomb.com. We are already doing that Acclaim talkover thing tomorrow. Whatever the Acclaim thing is.
It's E3 2. It's a Summer Game Fest again. Here we go, everybody.
The Acclaim Showcase, what it's even called. Oh my god. So yeah, there's tons of stuff happening.
I hope it's either completely dog shit terrible or an actual secret banger. That's what I want from Acclaim, to really just deliver the goods or to deliver utter trash. Either one will be good for me.
I wonder what kind of NSO stuff we would get from a direct, because now there's all these other N64 games we're expecting since Forsaken 64 actually happened.
Killer 7, put Killer 7 on NSO, and mature edition with Eternal Darkness. Yeah,
that would be good. I mean, because you get Eternal Darkness for Halloween time, and you get Killer 7. That'd be funny if Killer 7 is one of the 7s.
Yeah,
huh? Interesting. But there's like there's others they've promised that we haven't gotten yet, right? Like Fire Emblem.
Yep.
Mario Sunshine. We got Chibi Robo, so yeah, there's still some GameCube ones. So I still want more GameCube ones, but I still want some more N64 ones, and we're pretty sure that we are going to be getting Scar, Smash Brothers, Glover, Donkey Kong 64, since they were sort of part of that detective leak, we'll call it, which said that Forsaken 64 was going to happen. But I still want NES games, I still want SNES games, I want Genesis, I want Game Boy, I want Game Boy Advance. I want it all, Jeff. I gotta have it all, baby.
Yeah, I would even welcome put Virtual Boy on there. Put all the Virtual Boy games in one go. They don't have to actually be 3D. Come on, Nintendo.
I'm still so mad that they had a 3D console and they didn't do a Virtual Boy
Virtual console thing on there. It's silly because because there's a Virtual Boy emulator you can install on that thing using Homebrew, and it works so well. It looks so awesome. Cool. It's awesome. It's a bump. It's stupid, but Nintendo just wasn't ready yet. They weren't ready to reopen that wound, and now it's basically fully healed because they've had such the successful Switch,
right?
And they're back on top of the world. They can acknowledge their faults once again, and but now they don't have a 3D system to really take advantage of it. So maybe it doesn't make sense, and it's stupid.
It's like how in 10 years they'll be okay talking about the Wii U again.
Yep, exactly.
All right. So. Nintendo's going to get $2 million more. They won a lawsuit against another ROM distributor. This is the guy who did the MiG Switch modder. They sued him, and now they're going to settle for $2 million. I also saw that there was a settlement with what was that the peripheral company?
Oh, that's right, Genki. Yes, Genki.
Genki, cheekily at was it Consumer Electronics Show or something, or game was like, here's our Switch, here's our mock-up of what a Switch 2 looks like. It's common knowledge, of course.
Yep.
It's like, what are you thinking? Do you know who Nintendo is? Quick, put that away, you fools.
It was very funny to talk to them at PAX about their stuff and just be like, so how's everything going with that Nintendo stuff? And just see the 1,000-yard stare. I was just like, oh, man. I don't know. It's like, I bet you don't. I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you guys, but maybe don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again.
crazy with this.
Of course.
But it's like, oh, you shouldn't have done that.
Right. Yeah. Like, I feel bad for someone that, like, looked directly in the eyes of a silverback gorilla, but don't look directly in the eyes of a silverback gorilla. Just ignore them or look away, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, it's not that what you did was wrong morally. It was just stupid. Like, I don't care. Tell me what a switch shoe looks like. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Seriously, thank you. But why'd you do that?
Yeah, maybe it wasn't the smartest move in the world.
So big week for Nintendo, settling things left and right.
Yeah, good job. Nintendo's lawyers, everybody's doing well. All right, Jeff, those are the big topics. We have some super chats. People get those in. We're going to read them in a moment here. And we've got a mailbag to talk about. So we're going to talk to these fine folks over here watching the show. Last of the Nintendogs, episode 210. I never say the number. 210.
Whoa.
What a number. We'll be right back, everybody. Right. I'm good to go. Still got half of my limoncello LaCroix. I'm ready to party.
Okay, Christian, are you ready?
I am ready. Let's go.
Okay, let me fade to black. I'll count you back in, Mike. All right, we're coming back up, everybody. This will be a short little segment for the bonus. All right. Coming back up in 5, 4, 3.
I like that they're bugs. And also mailbag time. No. Super chat time. First try.
You got bugs on the brain and it's messing up the show, Mike. Get your shit together.
I'm bugged.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I'm bugs. And I'm just like a bunch of bugs in a man suit?
No.
Or like the
bunny.
The bunny. Okay. Yeah.
What's up, Doc? Yeah. God, is Hornet going to be the most famous video game bug ever now? It's like Buck Bumble's done. Bug is done. It's over for Bug. What's some other famous video game bugs?
There's got to be some. Does Earthworm Jim count? He's a worm. That's not a bug, huh?
I think worms are different.
They are.
I associate spiders, even though I know they're not bugs. They're in that world.
Yes, exactly. I was like, to me, I thought bug was an informal term that we just used for creepy crawlers. Sure. So I was like, spiders are bugs. It's like, no, apparently bugs are also just the six-legged insects or whatever. It's like,
it's like spiders are to bugs what pterodactyls are to dinosaurs.
Exactly.
Like, I know they're not really dinosaurs, but like,
come on.
If I'm like, I want a bunch of dinosaurs for this, party, like a bunch of dinosaur cutouts, I kind of want there to be a pterodactyl amongst the group.
Yes. You go to a party and you say, what's your favorite dinosaur and what's your favorite bug? And someone says pterodactyl and spider. You would be kind of a dick to be like, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I would hate that. I would hate that from you. Anyways, Jeff, please read the super chats.
All right. I'm going to start here with Simon from Saskatchewan, who says, Mike, ever play seventh Saga for SNES? It's got to be the 7 leak, right? It's an odd game. Description on the front of the SNES box is interesting.
I have not played 7th Saga. I've heard about it a lot.
I booted up an emulator once. It's weird, yeah.
It's very weird. It's very heavy on the mode 7. Maybe that's why it's called that, actually.
Oh, wow. That probably is right.
Am I onto something here? It's published by Enix. No, I've always wanted to. I mean, this is the kind of stuff. Like, look, no one's ever going to remaster 7th Saga. Put it on NSO. So I can play that shit on there. I think
God, it looks like Super Nintendo Virtual Highlight in some ways. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's weird.
Yeah. So now I would like to check out 7th Saga sometime for sure.
That looks pretty cool. Simon's back. Apologies for last week. Captain Toad is playable through GameShare. My bad. Now you two have no excuse. Also, where's the mug merch? Jeff, do something.
I don't forgive you. How dare you suggest? Shut up, Jeff.
Got you.
I have one job in this company except for being your fucking internet clown, all right?
Dance for us. Dance for us on the shards of these mugs.
No. The mug is my decision. If you don't want mugs, the groveling that you need to do. And I haven't seen nearly enough groveling yet. I'm just saying. Grovel!
Simon from Saskatchewan's back for a third one. Glad you're enjoying Silksong, Jeff. Guess Dan convinced you Hollow Knight is great, huh? Mike, do you still think it looks like a Flash game?
Boy, that's I never liked that criticism. That one, I'm like, look, I get what people mean by that.
I got what people meant, yeah.
It has unshaded characters with thick outlines, right?
And and the animations looked a little bit like they were moving like too smoothly or whatever. But like once you watch the game in action, you're actually playing it. You're like, oh no, that's just a cool stylistic choice that is different than what people mean when they say flash game.
I get it. There's a Newgrounds ancestry there in a way that I find really appealing. I think it looks great. But I liked stuff like Castle Crashers and whatnot, and actual Newgrounds games at the time. It's definitely that taken to its highest form.
Yep,
it's gorgeous.
Chris Pratt is back. I'll show you something else that's too hard if you know what I mean.
No, explain, Chris.
Chris, I know Me Too is dead, but you just got to be careful, bud.
Chris, explain to me.
You're gonna get canceled.
Send another super chat.
Our sweet innocent Mikey just doesn't know that you're talking about your penis. So.
What else is hard? It's penis.
Kevbot.org says, hello, dogs. What's the last game you played that you were surprised how much you enjoyed it? Right now, that's Unicorn Overlord for me. Not usually my thing, but I am 42 hours in and loving it.
Earlier this year, I think people who watch the know I got really into 2 Point Museum, and I thought, I just started that as a curiosity, and that became my game for a long time. It's still the game for this year I like to evangelize the most. I'm like, hey, I know a lot of great games came out this year. I think you should still check out 2 Point Museum. It deserves recognition for just nailing that kind of weird sim management kind of thing with an amazing sense of humor. It's just super playable, easy to grasp, ton of complexity. They've been adding a lot of content to it. They added the ability to make an arcade as kind of like one of the, I assume, gift shop adjacent things you can do in your museum. So I want to see what that looks like. But yeah, really surprised just how much I liked 2 Point Museum this year.
Yeah, mine's pretty easy. I was very surprised how much I enjoyed the game Trespasser. For Blight Club. That was surprising. Usually you expect to be completely miserable. For outside of like Blight Club, but actually Blight Club has been very informative. It's made me realize that the difference between a bad game and a good game versus do I enjoy myself or not can sometimes be completely unrelated. Like those things are two different things in a lot of ways.
Not to pick on old enemies here, but Horizon Forbidden West is absolutely objectively a better game than Jurassic Park Trespasser. And I would much rather play Jurassic Park Trespasser.
Like 10 out of 10 times I'm picking Trespasser, actually. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Antonio Morales says, great Dreamcast stream today. It made me hook up my old Dreamcast, and goddamn, it's loud. Who is your favorite Crazy Taxi driver, and why is it BD Joe?
Oh, I'm kind of a Gus guy. I like how Gus looks like he would. Gus is the one who looks the most like an actual taxi driver, right? He's got the opened Hawaiian shirt with just his greasy chest hanging out there with all the hair. Man, I'll tell you what, the fact that Gus is 42 years old, and I'm like, Grubb, how old are you?
42 years old.
You are as old as Gus. I've never thought you were old before until now. You're as old as Gus.
I'm as old as Gus. Yep.
Look at him. That's you.
Oh, man. Oh, no. I'm basically one foot in the grave, just like Gus, who's never been alive. Yeah, you're right. That's actually probably the best one. I like all these guys, though, in the first Crazy Taxi game. Even the green-haired Offspring guy.
They're good games. I almost threw Crazy Taxi in, although that Offspring song always gets people in trouble on Twitch, so maybe it's a good thing I didn't this time.
You just turn on streamer mode on your Dreamcast. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. L. Grug, here to say Jeff Grubb looked good in that suit, and to ask if Mike got rid of his suits after he left GamesBeat. Penis.
No, I got to keep them in case there's a funeral I want to go to.
In case someone good dies.
Oh, absolutely not. What did I mean by that? Oh, my God.
Is the same dressing code for funerals and gaming press events? Is that
basically, yeah.
Suit. Yeah. I have to put the thing on a little bit. Man, I had many great years at GamesBeat. A lot of awesome opportunities. I'm not necessarily gonna miss having to attend some of our more businessy events. It was a lot, and that was very suit heavy stuff. You know me, I'm a giant goober. I don't know if you've noticed. So yeah, keeping that kind of businessy energy up for a while was a little taxing for Mikey's.
All right, let's see here. David Arline, maybe he says there's so many troll benches in this game. Yeah, I've seen clips of that going around. I've not encountered the bench troll yet.
I had one.
I'm sure I will.
It killed me, which was funny, and I only had to. There's a few trolling. I will say what, boss.
Hang on, Christian. Go ahead, Mike.
There's a fusion moment in this game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wow. Okay, I can't wait. I kind of like how much of a troll this game is. What were you gonna say, Christian?
You can skill issue, brother. They have fake signs. Come on.
They do a lot of times. I'm still a little bit annoyed when some of the buttons that are on the ground are hiding behind the parallax, and it's like, okay, I guess there's a sliver there I could have seen, but come on, I'm moving around.
They want to get tricked.
They want to get you.
That's the thing I'm thinking of at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. Victor says, wouldn't Animal Crossing for Switch 2 be the 7th installment if you count Animal Forest?
God, that'd be incredible. Remember, they only started numbering Mario Kart at 7.
If they just call this Animal Crossing 7, that would be insane.
That would be my favorite thing to ever happen, actually.
It's Nintendo.
Yeah. They are unpredictable.
Now, the problem is, even on Wikipedia, they don't count Animal Crossing on 64 and GameCube as different games.
Right.
So there would be that. Let's say that's just one. Then there's Wild World, City Folk, New Leaf. Then I guess you have to then New Horizons, and then this one. Now,
well,
what if we count Pocket
Camp?
Just like they count Mario Run as mainland, and how they count Mario Kart. So there you go. Maybe that is how you get. We're not counting Amiibo Festival. Obviously. No,
that could go right in the bin where it belongs. Yeah.
Yeah. So, the 7th Animal Crossing. That's wild. Man, 2020, that game came out, actually. I didn't realize there was actually such a it was a long amount of time between New Leaf and New Horizons. That was 8 years between those two games.
Yeah. That is because that studio is the Splatoon studio.
I think you're right. I think they're busy with Splatoon.
They got real big into Splatoon, yeah.
Yeah, there was never a Wii U Animal Crossing, which is really the only console those games have missed since the GameCube and DS ones took off.
Yep. So they just made New Horizons for the Switch instead, and it took a couple extra years for that. Yep. All right, let's see here. David Arline is back. It says, I'm going to fist fight Bile Water. Have you encountered Bile Water in the video game Hollow Knight Silksong? I'm assuming.
Well, there's some water that I don't think this is a boss. There is some stanky water that when you go in it, you kind of have a poison effect that's pretty annoying. I think that's what maybe David means, because it is a bit of a hassle.
All right.
I think you could fight. You can't punch water, though. You could try. There was a famous was it a Persian general or Greek general that made his army stab the water a bunch because it wouldn't let them cross? That is the thing. So look, you can fist fight the water. I just don't know how it's gonna go.
If you pour a bunch of cornstarch in there, you can make non-Newtonian fluid, and then so when you impact the water, it actually becomes a solid for a moment. That would probably feel pretty good. So that's my recommendation. Go make some non-Newtonian fluid.
All right, who? Oh, it's Caligula, the Mad Emperor. He declared war on the sea.
That's so Caligula.
Classic Caligula.
That stamp.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. High Score says, this Silksong is going to pop my pumpus. Yeah. I agree.
You.
Also, Xerxes had his army whip the Hellespont River as punishment because it destroyed his bridges. Yes, that's Xerxes, the 300.
Yeah, from the movie 300.
How was that scene not in there? Come on.
That'd be incredible.
Maybe it was that I forgot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's some kinky shit.
Yeah, imagine having so much power that you're just I can also punish water. I punished everything else. I can successfully punish water. I'm good at punishing. Brono Trigger says 7 months into Chrono Trigger's 30th anniversary year, and still no news on the various projects Square Enix has planned. Maybe news at the Direct? Mobo!
Yeah, at least we at the time I thought it was all leading up to the announcement of a remake, but at least we had some nice Final Fantasy 9 art and merch or something.
Yes, at least they acknowledged it, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they're being coy with Chrono Trigger, where they're maybe they do have plans for that, and so they're trying to not step on those toes. I guess if they were, they would probably be playing it up so they could build up the anticipation, even if it was like 5 years away or something like that.
It is weird because, like, I always think these anniversaries aren't as big a deal as people make them out to be. But I mean, it happened in March too. Was the anniversary? And you know what? I bet I've forgotten they did do some things, but I don't think they're going to suddenly announce a remaster or a remake or something of Chrono Trigger this year. I think they just don't really have much to say. And I bet maybe they're like, oh, if we tease too much, people are going to expect that. And we're not doing that.
Yeah. I think anniversaries are like, it's like Gandalf the Grey. It's like, they're precisely the right amount of excitement that these companies need to either sell us something or to ignore it because they don't have anything to sell us. So like they always just choose how much it actually matters in the moment. All right. EP Idiot Box. We've all gone about this the wrong way. Mike, may we please have a mug? We really want to drink from something with your face on it. Pretty please?
No.
Guys, we're going to have to do something here. EP...
Holy shit, he hates, wait, this is important because he hates mugs more than he loves himself, which is, he loves himself.
What? He doesn't want to taint his face with the mug, right? Yeah.
I guess
It's
you're
gonna break.
yeah.
I know what you're going to do with that mug with my face on it. It's disgusting.
EP Idiot Box again says, I'm assuming you still said no. Damn you, Minotti!
You got me.
Oh, man, that's fun. The Uncharted Wolf. Why do you all think people get so upset if you compare anything to Souls or say Souls elements? Do they not understand how influential Dark Souls was? Yes.
Because the thing that they like is really special, and for some reason they
Yeah.
think it takes away from the specialness of it if you compare it to something else. Even when your game is in a genre called Metroidvania, everybody wants the thing that they like the most to be the most unique and the thing that's influencing other people. I was even a little guilty of it. I was like, I don't know why people talk about how much this game is like Dark Souls. Then when I was playing again, I was like, there's a lot of that DNA here, even more than I remembered. Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said, I was telling you the other day, like the sampling theorem is in my head all the time. It's like they're sampling Dark Souls at a really low rate. That's all. It's like just picking a few things here or there that serve them, and it's not fully recreating the Dark Souls experience, but it's certainly sampling those elements to add flavor. Yeah, Mike's got it. It's about feeling special and imagining a perfect creative angel producing an idea out of thin air because somehow that makes everything more important than if it's in conversation with other things that exist. I think it's mostly from people who do not understand the way art works, and that all artists are constantly consuming all kinds of other art, including mostly, for everyone alive right now, just garbage TV and garbage movies, and we're just spending time with our families watching nothing on TV. And that stuff also influences all these things, which is why like so many Japanese games in the 80s had Terminator just in their game. That's just the Terminator and Spider-Man swinging around. I'm talking about Shinobi now. Yeah.
That great Shinobi, that new Shinobi game is great. It'd be amazing if, like Shinobi 2, Spider-Man and Batman were just in it with Godzilla.
Yeah, right. If they had DLC that just was those bosses, that would fucking own.
It was the wildest thing. How they just eventually they had rights to Spider-Man, so they got okay there. But Batman, like, oh, we gotta change that sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They just thought like, Batman's the boss.
That's
Godzilla.
And it hasn't changed. They just got a little bit better at hiding it. Like, that's the reality.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's that same energy.
It's the same energy to this day across the board in every development region in the entire world.
To give you an example, like the latest Kamen Rider, they do the intro to that show is the 007. Like they shoot it through the thing. It's the exact same. His name is code name 7. Like it's right there. They do it.
Everyone just wants to make their shit. Yeah, that they like.
It's wild how much the number 7's coming up on the show outside of just that thing with all the 7s earlier.
Yeah, we're starting. Maybe this is the new Minotti curse number. Who knows? We'll see.
7 months into Chrono Trigger's anniversary, apparently. All the 7s.
And then Lausian says, guys, have you seen the Gamer Nexus DMCA GPU video? I've not yet. I will check it out, though. I wonder what happened there. I don't know
what this is.
Yeah, don't have any idea what happened. I know Gamers Nexus. I'll watch their stuff sometimes, but I'll take a look. I wonder, did they get DMCA'd for covering a GPU? I don't know. I'll look into it and report back maybe next episode. Mike, that does it for the Super Chats. Let's go back to you.
Fantastic. Why don't we take another break? I think I hear the mailman's truck approaching, so just gotta there you go. Begin his transformation into a dog to attack him and bring me letters. Which is, even though the mailman's coming to hand them to me anyways, we're gonna hurt him.
He might skip our house this time.
Yeah, he might be justified at this point. All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
Yo, we are back.
I'm gonna take Penny out.
No, we're not back. We are back to. No, we are out. We're
on break.
I know what you meant.
Bro, because it's a speaking of Kamen Rider, it's a dream thing. It's a Inception thing. In the dream, he's fighting this monster, and he pulls down the floor like it's a rug. Under
and wow!
Kick him in the face.
I didn't see that.
And then when he kicks him through like a bunch of different biomes. It's like through a fucking mountain, then a fucking waterfall, and then into a fucking volcano. It's a good fucking fire. That should speak.
How do they make those shows like their special effects? Do they still like use a lot of old techniques, or do they they just found ways to replicate that in the computer?
Well, they use a lot of CG now for the like.
For sure,
the monsters are all like suits. They're people in suits.
Right. Okay. So even if they are doing CGI, they have to make it look like suits. Okay.
Yeah, they're all suits, and then like they now use a lot of CG for sure. Okay. But it looks awesome. It looks stupid, but it looks really good. I had not watched Tetsuo.
I'm seeing Screaming Madden posted a picture of me holding up my shirt for everybody to see. There you go.
That's right. I mean,
doing that. He just said video game journalist Jeff Grubb. There you go. I reskeeted it. I'm proud. I'm proud in that. I'm loud.
I mean,
about Rouge the Bat.
Look at her.
She just likes Chaos Emeralds. Look, see, down to clown. All right. Ever seen the Korean show with giant marionettes? No, but I would love to. No? That sounds awesome.
Oh my god, that sounds cool as fuck.
Your homework is to watch Tetsuo 1 and 2. Oh, is that a different thing, Christian?
I think that's a different thing.
Okay.
I'll watch it. Yeah, I've been watching that, and still watching Kamen Rider Black. Which is really cool because I get like the tropes are all the same, even though they're like 40 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. So, like, one thing that I really love is like they're fighting inside a room or like inside a house or something, and Kamen Rider punches the guy, and they cut the back to the scene, and they're outside. And it's like, that's funny because you can't have a fight inside. They should skip all that part where they go outside, and they're just outside. And they do the same on the new one,
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're fighting inside the house, and then they cut to black, and then they go back to the thing, and they're outside fighting. So it's like, oh man, this is.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Yeah.
Or like the techniques don't change, or like the tropes don't change, but they're like get updated. It's pretty good. It's a good time. I already told Jan, Old System Toku.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
So.
All right. So I have this video queued up. The NVIDIA AI GPU black market. This is 3.5 hours long. I'm assuming that something has happened since this.
That's the thing about Gamers Nexus. Those motherfuckers make long ass videos sometimes.
Yep. I'm trying to. Let's see. Lausian says Gamer Nexus movie covering the NVIDIA GPU turning a blind eye to their. I'm gonna assume NVIDIA turning a blind eye to their GPUs being sold in China despite the U.S. GPU ban, and Bloomberg DMCA'd the video. Bloomberg DMCA'd it.
Bloomberg. Oh.
Okay. Interesting. Weird. Okay. I wonder how that happened. I mean,
also, is that a secret that they sell their GPUs to China?
Isn't there of course there's a black market, there's gray market. Like we all ignore that Steam operates as a gray market. I haven't seen the video. Maybe there's more to it than that, but like, you know what? I personally don't care if Chinese people are getting NVIDIA GPUs.
What a funny sentence to come
Yeah.
back to. Yeah.
It's a shame I got to go on the record and say that.
I don't think it's people that get in the
Oh,
the
they
video
DMCA'd
with the
it for
companies.
Bloomberg DMCA'd it for a 12-second clip of Trump. Okay, so this is just typical YouTube bullshit. All right, whatever.
All right.
Oh, fucking Bloomberg
that's
being old as
stupid.
fuck.
That is
Like
stupid.
They are.
All right. I am should I do this? Let me bring that there. I want to be able to see
You got the mailbag?
I'm looking at the mailbag, but Mike reads
Well,
these.
Mike's reset.
Yep, but I
I
still
got
want to be able to read along. Okay. I am good to fade to black and bring us back whenever you are, Mike.
I'm ready.
All right, calm down.
Fading to black. And coming back in 5, 4, 3.
Jeff Grubb, there's a mailman on the loop. Jeff Grubb, become a dog and bite his caboose.
I've become dog.
All right, thank you.
Bite noise.
Yeah.
Bite noise.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Good bites. All
Thank
right.
you.
We got a mailbag here from our lovely Patreon supporters. You can be a Patreon supporter if you go to patreon.com/GameMess. Gets you access to special privileges, including sending in these mailbag questions, like this one from Jim. Hey, dogs. Quick game of sequel, remake, or Switch 2 edition for the next entry in these series. Okay, this is interesting.
All
So you
right.
get it? I'm going to name a series. You say if you think it's getting a sequel, a remake, or just a Switch 2 upgrade.
For the next entry. Okay.
All right. Zelda.
All right. Zelda is going to get the next thing will be a remake because we already got the Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And the sequel's a long ways off. They will find a way to do a remake. Actually, I think the next thing's probably like an HD release or something like that, but or a spinoff.
We'll include remasters and remake category here.
Well, then how about like we just got Echoes of Wisdom or whatever, so that's unlikely. But something along those lines. Would you count that as a sequel or a spinoff or what?
Well, if it was something new on the tier of Echoes, wasn't that'd be a sequel?
Okay.
For sure.
I still think it's a remake / remaster.
I think so too, and I don't know if if those Wind Waker, Twilight Princess things, might be Ocarina of Time again, something like that. Animal Crossing, that's just sequel, right? We're just gonna expect they're not gonna make a Switch 2 edition of New Horizons. It's just gonna be the next Animal Crossing.
Yep, I think that's a sequel, and I think it's first 2 years of the Switch 2, so pretty soon.
Smash Brothers. I mean, so there's no NSO here, so let's forget about Smash Bros. Coming to 64, which we're expecting. This one's weird because I think we'll get a sequel that is also a lot like a Switch 2 edition in some ways.
Yeah.
Right?
I would. It's going to be a definitive edition of Ultimate, where it'll have all the DLC. They will make some changes, like some small changes, but mostly it's still going to be Ultimate. And then they might set it up so, who knows? Maybe they do another season of DLC characters. I would be surprised if they did that, but they might. It'll be Ultimate, and that'll give that team or whatever team ends up doing that next one of those. Yes, Sora, years and years and years of runway to be able to make the next one of those for like 4 years, 5 years into the Switch 2's life. That sounds about right to me.
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. I think we get whatever the Smash Bros. Is for this console within a year or two, and it's going to be kind of promoted as the new Smash Bros. Game, and it will largely be that, but it's going to just look a lot like Ultimate still.
Yeah, but
I maybe think.
I think Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe with everything on the card would sell very well. Like people would be very excited for that.
I guess what throws me off is I was so sure that we were going to just get Smash Brothers for Wii U.
You're right. That's a good point.
Deluxe on the Switch, and then like what
but
they did.
I think you were just one off.
They're just going to do it.
I think you're just one off. Is all. Yeah.
I think I was just one off. That's fair. Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion. The next thing we see there is a sequel. Yeah. Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Luigi's Mansion 3. Maybe
because they could do that. Because they could announce that.
They could drop that
in
this
2
week.
days.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. That actually would be a pretty good one. I would like an excuse to play Luigi's Mansion 3 again.
Yeah, that game sold really well too.
No DLC for this game, you think?
No DLC. I think it would just be upgrades. I mean,
Just
they could do
straight up?
something. They add 2-player co-op mode with Luigi. They could do a DLC campaign, I guess. But again, it seems like it does feel like Luigi's Mansion 4 isn't that far away. Within the next couple years, maybe 3. But I can also see a Switch 2 edition of it.
I'll throw it out. I'll say Switch 2 edition of Luigi's Mansion 3, and very soon.
I like it. Kirby. Let's not count Air Riders, of course. We already know that's coming. The Kirby game after
that's
Air
so
Riders.
tough. It could be anything. Yeah.
Well, we already had the Switch 2 edition of Forgotten Land. We have Air Riders. I don't think there's.
I guess so. Maybe Switch 2 edition's the least likely for the next thing. But
I know what it is. There was rumors of a Planet Robobot remake back a while ago.
There you go.
We got triple. I mean, we got Return to Dreamland or whatever that one's called. So we'll get maybe Triple Deluxe also, but yeah, Planet Robot. The 3DS games. One of those 3DS games will be remade next.
Right. They were doing some of the other three. Yes, like you were just saying, they were doing the other ones for that trilogy or whatever. So yeah, that one's overdue.
Mario.
I think the next. You know what? If they do Super Mario Maker 2 Nintendo Switch 2 edition, I would be very happy with that. I'll say that's Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Either that or Wonder is the next thing we get from Mario.
I think you're getting Mario Maker 3, buddy. I'm gonna say it for. I'm gonna put that up there for you.
I hope so.
I think you're gonna. Oh, now also though, just remember that new Super Mario Brothers collection, which maybe was never really a rumor, maybe we're just guessing there, but that makes a lot of sense. It's still
like whenever we talk about these rumors, I only ever talk about the ones that make sense to me, if whether they're true or not. It's that sounds like something that should happen. So yeah, I could still see that happen.
Maybe we need to think about that 40th anniversary thing, even though like we said before, those are only as real as they need to be for marketing.
Right.
But that could be a Mario Maker 3. But then they're going to kind of miss.
I mean, to be fair, how real it needs to be for marketing is dictated by other things other than just how they're feeling. Like you said, they have to have something ready. Well, they are going to have something ready for Mario, the movie next year. And they want to have all the stuff sort of orbiting that and then kind of one feeding back into the other. So I do think they will try to make as big of a deal out of this 40th anniversary as they possibly can. Will they be able to pull some stuff out of a hat and have it ready? I don't know. Some of these things sound like they'd be pretty easy to pull off.
Part of me wants to say remake or remaster, just because. I mean, sometimes they come out of nowhere. Like, who would have? I never would have thought we were going to get a Mario RPG remake, and a 1000-Year Door remake. So it could be some Mario game I'm not even expecting to get a remake gets announced soon. So I guess I'll go there because the 3D Mario game's a while away. For at least a bit away. Even the Wonder sequel certainly a bit away. So yeah, maybe it could be a new Paper Mario, right? That could be a thing, I suppose. I don't know. Remake or remaster seems the most likely to me. Do you think there's a Switch? We had a patch for Odyssey. Is there a Switch 2 edition of Odyssey with some more meaningful upgrade there? Yeah, there could be. I think I think that they are much, much, much closer to a new 3D Mario, even though it's probably still far off, than a new 2D Mario. So to me, that says Super Mario Brothers Wonder gets a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, so they could sell that thing to all these people picking up Switch 2 this holiday. Honestly, if I had to make my predictions and we had money on the line, Mike, and I had to make a relatively bold one for, hey, come up with a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, I would put Super Mario Wonder in there as my guess. Okay. And then Pikmin. Switch 2 edition of Pikmin 4? I would. Kind of nice. That would be awesome. I'd be into that. And really, that's awesome just to have the excuse to play it again. God, yeah. The game looked great on Switch 1, but I bet they could, higher resolution, 4K, that would be fantastic for that game, actually. There's a ton of little details in there. I hope that's what is next, and I think it will be. I think, we'll probably get a Pikmin 5 at some point for the Switch 2, but later. Just like how Pikmin 4 was a pretty late Switch 1 game. Yeah, that's one where it's that audience is only so large globally. It grew huge in Japan. It's not Splatoon, but it's it really popped off with this last one. And now Pikmin are like a tertiary mascot now for Nintendo. But I think that doesn't mean that they won't want to wait until later in the generation where they could sort of maximize the install base for a Pikmin. Phil, okay, so next up is from Jamie H1224. Says, apologies for recycling a question I asked VGC, but I'm generally curious if your answers are different. Only one of these games can get a Kirby/Mario Party style expansion. Another gets a Zelda style performance and fidelity boost. Remainder get nothing. What are you picking? The options here, this games we just talked about for these kind of things are Luigi's Mansion 3, Pikmin 4, and Super Mario Wonder. Interesting.
Okay, so nothing, a Zelda-style performance and fidelity boost, or a full-on expansion a la Kirby. Okay.
Yeah. I am actually going to go nothing for Wonder.
Yeah.
I like Wonder. I think it looks fine. It's fine. Performance? This one's hard. I think I would do performance boost for Pikmin 4 and expansion for Luigi's Mansion 3.
I'm with you. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, now, with the caveat that expansion for Luigi's Mansion 3 is treated very much as an appetizer for a 4 that is not going to come later because they did DLC for 3, and now we have to wait 5 more years for Luigi's Mansion 4. Which I think they want to get a new Luigi's Mansion now, so I don't think that would be a problem. But overall, yeah, that would be my response as well, Mike.
Yeah, it's close between Pikmin 4 and Luigi's Mansion 3 for me. Wonders for sure. Okay, Phil, then here's what VGC said. All 3 VGC members picked expansion for Wonder.
I actually wouldn't hate that.
No, and it's an easier one to do probably in a lot of ways. You just add another set of levels, especially if it was kind of like, the more, this is like the challenge pack, because I did think Wonder was a bit easy.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I would like
for
that.
sure. That'd be great.
Yeah. Performance boost for Pikmin and nothing for Luigi's Mansion. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong either way here for sure. They're all 3 games that I would like to see stuff like that for.
Yep.
Tommy Pentel says, I need to apologize to Grubb. He used to think it was hyperbolic and a little silly when he said he cried when he got the double jump in the lost crown. I understand now, though. I got the double jump in Silksong, and now I just understand.
I mean, when you are moving through these Metroidvania worlds and you just are sort of in your head, clocking each time you pass something, you're like, I know when I get, X, I'm going to be able to come back here and just master this whole place. And, whether that's the wall jump or any number of other things, it's just double jump is so visceral and you just see it everywhere as you're moving about. And now you're like, I struggled through this world, and now I will come back and be dominant of it. It is a cool and good feeling.
Leslie Prime says, woof woof to my dogs. Mike and Jeff, you're transport to the distant lands of Hollow Knight. What would be your bug sona, and what your personality be like in such environs? Ooh, I like this. I do not care about personas. I love the idea of a bug sona.
Sure.
Can I be one of what are the bugs with the
rhinoceros beetle?
I want to be a rhinoceros beetle.
Like
Brad.
That's a good one.
Like Brad, not Brad Dourif, like Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett, right? Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, the one
Brad
from
Garrett,
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yes.
In A Bug's Life. I want to be like him. I also might be a wimp like him too. Actually. I might just be that character from A Bug's Life, the big guy who's scared.
Rhinoceros beetles are fantastic. They are extremely strong. Like even proportional strength. The bugs like that ant can carry out like 10 times its own body weight or whatever. A rhinoceros beetle you can watch actually carry a giant rock, and it's like, how could it possibly do that? That thing is so much heavier than it. And it's like, no, they're just that strong.
I used to have I used to get a lot of TikToks about a guy that will rise those bugs and sell them for a lot of money, like a Japanese guy. They look insane. They grow huge.
They're awesome looking. We went to a butterfly house in Traverse, and they had in their vestibule a bunch of other bugs, including several different there's tens of thousands of different species of beetles, and they had several different kinds of rhinoceros beetle or rhinoceros-like beetles. It was very cool. For me, I would probably do, if not rhinoceros beetle, I think that's a really good answer. I would do a hornet or a wasp or something that can fly and sting. That's fun. That's cool.
I'm gonna be a millipede.
You be a stink bug because you're stinky.
Got him.
Got him. All right. Joycey says, hello, Mike, Milf Minotti, and Jeff Gilf Grubb. In honor of the Holiday Silksong, please rank the following nights. Now, Jeff, there are 15 of these.
Okay.
We probably can't rank them.
No.
But what I want you to do is pick only 3. I'm going to say 15. You are only going to be able to keep 3 of these.
Okay.
So keep this in mind as I name these. All right.
I'm looking.
Here's the nights. Hollow Knight. Shovel Knight. Meta Knight, Knight from Chess, The Dark Knight, aka Batman, the Bud Knight from Bud Light commercials,
Sure.
Star Wars, Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, Lancelot the Lock from the Knights of the Round Table, Sir Patrick Stewart,
Okay.
Sir Austin Danger Powers, Black Knight 2000, the pinball table with an incredible theme song, Black Knight, the 2001 Martin Lawrence movie, the Isekai, Kamen Rider Knight, the Deuteragonist from Kamen Rider Ryuki, Vegas Golden Knights,
Hell yeah.
and Wayne Knight.
Oh wow, this is tough. So I'm probably gonna keep. Let's see here. The first two are looking pretty important, but there's several human beings I kind of want to save on this list. I will.
Okay, look, you're not saving them.
Are they gonna? They're not gonna die.
To be clear, I don't know where you got this idea. The ones don't pick don't get killed.
If I don't pick Patrick Stewart, he's gonna be okay.
He'll be okay. His feelings might be hurt. You didn't pick him.
You said You said I only get to keep 3. And that made me sound like I'll never, like he'll just be zapped from reality.
No, I'm sorry. I put that fear in you, Jeff.
Thank you.
They'll be okay.
All right. In that case, I'll keep Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, and Wayne Knight. There we go. There's your answer.
I should copy and paste it like the image for Kamen Rider Knight.
That guy looks pretty fucking awesome.
Fucking hell yeah.
But he's no Wayne Knight.
Gosh,
right.
I might have to do Shovel Knight, Star Wars Dark Forces 2, Jedi Knight, and Sir Patrick Stewart. I don't want Patrick Stewart to die. I'm like,
what? You said he wasn't gonna die. What
just to make sure you answer truthfully,
no!
Jeff. You fool. Next up is from the Uncharted Wolf. What up, loud dog and quiet dog? I wonder who.
Oh my god.
Would you guys say you enjoy playing games more at this point in your life than you ever had before? If not, when would you say you liked playing games the most? How about the least? You know, I am liking video games as much as I ever have right now, and I've liked video games for a long time.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
You know, as I grow, video games continue to grow and get, or I'm like recognizing that there are pockets of games where it's like, oh, I get to do fun, creative stuff in this genre, and this other genre will just serve me up that good slop that someone just worked really hard on, and I can get in there, get an experience, and get in and get out, and I'll be really happy with that. There's just so many different kinds of games that can serve any mood that I happen to be in. I am also enjoying games more than I ever have been.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a period of time where I was not enjoying them. I remember there was one time when he was in college where AJ was like, "Yeah, I just think I'm not really as into games as I used to be," and I don't think he thought it was that big a deal. That devastated me. It like scared me and devastated me but I didn't have a similar experience. I played a ton of video games when I was in college. That's why I beat 103 or something Xbox 360 games around that time. So yeah, I've always just liked playing video games, and I just continue to like doing it. Screaming Man says, "Hey there, Mike. My NFL team lost to George Clooney's team Minati, and Jeff, my college team lost to Jim Ross's team Grubb. I just beat Shinobi Art of Vengeance, and while I haven't played many 2025 games, it's my goatee so far. But it has me thinking, between the announced Sega games from the Legacy Initiative, which game is most likely to release next?" Right, so the Legacy Initiative still includes that Jet Set Radio, the Crazy Taxi, the Streets of Rage, and the not Gauntlet. Why am I blanking on the name? The
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say, because like Golden Axe and Streets of Rage are the smaller scale ones.
Right. Shinobi, I did feel like we saw the most of in that original 5-game announcement. It felt like Shinobi looked the realest to me there. I'm trying to think what was the second realist looking game in that teaser, and nothing's like actually popping to mind. I don't know.
Yeah, it really does feel like it could be, and I kind of hope it's one of the bigger ones. I mean, I'm incredibly skeptical of that Streets of Rage. We just got a very good one of these from Lizard Cube, and what they showed, I was like, oh, that's what I would have expected a modern Streets of Rage to look like, instead of the surprisingly great game we got with Streets of Rage 4. Golden Axe, maybe. maybe we will get that Jet Set Radio game soon. I think that'd be awesome. I'm really craving to see what that looks like.
I lean towards Crazy Taxi next. That one feels like you just kind of know what to make with that, but maybe not. I don't know.
But the whole thing was like Crazy Taxi is that they're making it like
a super very game. I know,
but and I'm like, what does that mean?
It might mean, my guess is the reason I said Crazy Taxi is I think that doesn't mean shit, Mike. I think that doesn't mean anything.
They lied.
I just think they're just saying stuff because sometimes they talk to investors and they gotta say something.
All right. Always Be Clothing says, when's the last time a video game character has made you sad? Shout out to Haru Urura. Boy, video game characters. I mean, there was. I got sad about that anime girl in that Demon Slayer Mario Party game only because I read her wiki later. Right, so that was a thing.
You have too much feelings, bro. You gotta leave some feelings for other people.
I like my feelings, I guess, but sometimes they make you sad. But it's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. The macho man's cried. Times will cry a million times more.
That's pretty good.
Wasn't the bird thing a pretty sad thing in Ori 2?
There was a sad bird in Ori too.
And he he was like filled with rage and he couldn't quite deal with it, right? I'm like vaguely remembering the themes of that game. But I remember being like, that makes me sad for this creature, and the game wanted me to be sad about it. Yeah.
And spoilers for Ori 2, that when you kind of like beat him, he just kind of like goes and huddles by the corpses of his parents and dies.
Yeah. This is sad. Yeah. Holy shit. That's what made me sad.
Would feel like, I don't get why this is sad.
Oh boy!
This is embarrassing to admit, but fucking Kojima got me on the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3. That motherfucker got me good. So.
Yeah. Metal Gear Solid 3 is good for that. I mean, I'm sure there was definitely moments in Metaphor that were High Mesa stuff, and Metaphor actually got me pretty recently. That's a good one.
Oh yeah,
that's a good example of it. All the stuff with Heismay and his son, that was absolutely good stuff.
Infinite Wealth had several side quests where things were pretty emotional. Yeah, that's a good point. Screaming that.
Yakuza is full of that stuff. Yeah.
Laura says, plus check on week 1 of the NFL. Well, our fantasy teams are doing good.
Yes, and that's what matters. Nothing else does. That's for sure. I was like trying to check the league and like seeing like how I was doing. I think I had the second best total points, and I didn't play Deebo Samuel, who would have, I think, made me number 1. So good, strong first start. You had Derrick Henry last year, right? Or did you have? Maybe. Even though you had Jackson for sure, right? Lamar Jackson.
I never remember.
Right.
I'm going fast. I think I had CeeDee Lamb last year also, and I still have him this year. Otherwise, I don't remember.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, I think is going to be, as long as he stays healthy, I think I'm going to be pretty good in my fantasy league. And then I don't know who even has a pro team that they root for. I certainly don't.
Matt says, what other games can you think of that came out at the same time as the quote unquote big game? I mean, I always think of Horizon, even though those Horizon games also sold very well. But in terms of our circle and like the games that are going to win Game of the Year, that first one came out around the same time as Breath of the Wild, and then Forbidden West came out around the same time as Elden Ring. And it was just like, oh yeah, those games came out, but I'm playing these other games instead.
Atari this week released a 2D pixel art Metroidvania game. Mike, do you know what it's called?
What's it called?
It's called Adventure of Samsara. Have you heard anyone say that name? You wouldn't have. It has. Actually, let's check. How many reviews does Hollow Knight Silksong have on Steam? Let's see here. Silksong has.
Oh, they should have.
50,000 reviews. Adventure of Samsara, a game that I think looks pretty good, actually. This 2D pixel art, pretty hot. It has 15 reviews, I think. Yeah, I'm looking at this. This is 15, is that right? 16.
Mine says 16.
It said 16. 16 reviews. Apparently had like 12 concurrent players or something like that. That's where gaming's at right now. There are the winners, or there's the winner, singular, and so many losers. It's rough stuff out there.
Yeah, they shouldn't have released this.
They should have delayed it for sure. They should have did the thing where they're like, hey, we are delaying the game because of Silksong. It came out September 4th. So yeah.
Oof.
That's rough stuff. I will. I'm gonna check the game out at some point.
Yeah, that is. That's wild. I feel bad. All right. Next one here is from Chris 2K. If you were a little freak in Silksong, what kind of little freak would you be? This is similar to the super chat we already got. So yeah, I'm going to stick with my rhinoceros beetle. I like rhinoceroses too. Top tier animal and bug.
Yeah, for sure. I would just be like, I like the little sing-song guy. Everyone does. I know it's basic, but he's fantastic.
Blazing Noah says, picked up a Link Between Worlds last week and I'm having a blast. Where does it rank on your all-time Zelda list? It's definitely in the top 5. It's so freaking good. That's a game I desperately want to play through again, honestly.
Yeah, that's when I replay every 3-ish years. It's I think that is one of the like stickiest games of you pick it up and you start playing, you are not putting it down until you're done because it just goes. It's got great pacing. It feels so good to move Link around in that game. Actually, he's got a really good like walking speed. I like that game a whole bunch. Top 5 easily. I'd have to like really look at the list to commit any higher than that, but I could see it easily in the top 3.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. It was like, depending on the day. Like Wind Waker's my favorite, and then there's like probably 4 between Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, this, and Link to the Past that are fighting for like those next 4 spots, and I don't know what the order is, but this one could be in the top 3 even very easily. Think it is fantastic.
This game's like probably in my top 20 and my top 100 list, if not my top 10. It's very, very good.
Nintendogs says, what do you consider to be the most important and or influential 7 out of 10 game in video game history?
Red Dead Redemption 2, probably. No, I'm just joking.
So you admit it's influential.
Actually, that's the thing. It's not very influential because who else can make a game like that?
You're right. It actually literally can't influence much.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a tough one.
I could be a stinker and say GoldenEye, but I don't know if even I could like give it a 7. Right? I'd be too embarrassed to. It's difficult. It's like, boy, how many 7s do I really think about that much? I have a ranking thing. I could look at all the video games I gave 7s to now.
Destiny 1. You ruined gaming for everyone.
Destiny 1 is actually that's a pretty decent answer.
That's not bad. Yeah.
I don't hate that.
Especially if like you're talking about the launch version of that game. That's probably a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the most 7 out of 10 game ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of like that now. I'm trying to.
Specifically holding the button to do shit. That was Destiny.
I'm like very so dang it. I probably shouldn't waste everyone's time and just look through all of my games that have 3 out of 5 stars on infinitebacklog.com to see which one I think is I don't think we need to go so in the weeds here. But now I'm like
and yet
it's still I persist. All right. Next up is Bar Spackle, Star Fox game where it's a 4X game and the planets are all tiles on a map to control with their own unique bonuses. Combat encounters zoom in and are mini 64 style, the procedural Star Fox vehicle sections. Andros offers you the works of Jane Austen for 20 horses and open portals. I mean, Star Fox 2 is kind of like this, right? And Star Fox Command a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think that there are ways to make Star Fox work by bringing in other ideas, and making another roguelite would be very cool. Make a 4X game. I'll take it. I think that Ubisoft Toys to Life game. I'm going to try to remember the name, but not like literally a completely blank in my brain right now. But Starlink. Yes, thank you, Starlink.
Hey.
That is, I think that's a good sort of blueprint for like how it could feel modern in terms of the gameplay. Like an open world Star Fox. I don't know if I need open world Star Fox, but maybe open zone stuff, maybe some exploration. But yeah, they could figure that out. I wish they would.
I say that I gave Cannon Spike 3.5 stars back when I did this, and after playing it today, that was incorrect. I gotta bump that baby up to 4. Anyways, next up here is from James Pies. Is the era of dedicated handheld games over for Nintendo? With repair shutting down for the 2DS, it's safe to say Nintendo is out of ever making a handheld-only system again. Can't wait for the Switch 2 Lite for my little hands. I mean, I think it's been over, right? You'll get boutique things like those little Game & Watch who's what's it. Maybe you'll get some kind of Game Boy mini adjacent thing, something cute like that. But no, there's never going to be something that is an equivalent of a Nintendo 3DS in terms of, what that meant to them at the time again.
Yeah, I could see them like doing another tier up from those bespoke handhelds, like one that has many more games or maybe even its own shop. But this is something they might try years and years from now. We're under no threat of that happening anytime soon.
No, absolutely not. I'm okay with it. I don't know.
I don't want them to split up their dev teams. That's all. I don't want them to have to support multiple systems.
Next up is Lenny Cool Dick Denver. Hey, Jeff, the Lions haven't won since I said I'm from Ohio, Grubb. And Mike, the Browns are why I'm bald Minotti. If Nintendo doesn't announce any Switch 2 versions of Switch 1 games at the upcoming Nintendo Direct, is my quest for 60 FPS Paper Mario and Xenoblade dead? Where they just announced those on a random Wednesday afterwards. Gosh, I haven't thought about that. Boy, I got over it with Thousand Year Door, and that I loved that remake a ton. But it would still make my heart soar a little bit to see that running at 60 frames per second.
Yeah, Xenoblade, like, there was all that talk about there's a 60 frames per second mode. Now, maybe that was just dev testing stuff, and we all made too big of a deal out of it. But it's a good idea, Nintendo. Do it.
Even if they should just be like, yeah, here's frame rate boosts or patches or additions for all the Xenoblade games. But at the very least, Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is not a very old game. Yeah.
Every game that sold more than 1 million copies on Switch 1, that's a first-party game, should just get some treatment to be the best it can be on Switch 2.
Input name here. Who is your favorite little guy in the Hollow Knight lore? Revive with Nidma Busiate from the Mantis area. I really like Sherma. Sherma, the girl with the hat that's singing. I think it's a girl. I don't know. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just very cheerful. Seems oblivious to the dangers around them. Just yeah.
What do they have to worry about it? You're taking care of everything. They're just singing their song at the door, and you're opening the door for them. It's all good.
I love it. It was so good. So he's opened the door, and like Hollow Knight did that too, and they're so good at it. At just like having a kind of cast of characters and something you sort of see around here and there. Sometimes they might even help you fight all of a sudden, and I love when that happens.
So she was singing at the door, and I go, and I'm just all right. I'm sure I'm going to open this door. I went around, I got on the other side, I heard her sing, and I realized what was happening. So as the door was opening, there was a way to jump up and go around and like come up behind her. So I did that real quick so she wouldn't see me there, so she could believe that she opened the door with her singing like even more. Like
you're an angel.
I role played. Like I was just like,
wow.
I want this to be perfect for her. I don't want to ruin her little world. And I was just like, oh yeah, I was basically like walked up behind her like, you did it, good job. That was fun. I like that game.
She must be protected.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no spoilers, but like I'll just say, there's a Hollow Knight character that was beloved by everybody, and they don't make it. So look, maybe there's one of those in here, but you leave Sherma the hell alone.
That would be cheap.
Absolutely not.
That's cheap heat. You don't need cheap heat, Hollow Knight Silksong.
No, absolutely not. Bikes and Bruce says, are we still confident Metro's coming out this year? Pretty confident. I think.
I'm not confident about anything, but this one I'm relatively confident about.
Someone in chat said that it got rated in Brazil today also, right? So it's like...
It was
rated by the ESRB, you know? I mean, come on. I hope we see that thing. If not like soon, still this year, still December. I mean, look, if it gets delayed till January, February, March, I'll be okay. But I would like to see that.
You know what? All I want is a date. Even if the date, I want a specific date. Even if that date is in 2026, just give me a date this week.
Dan's doing pretty good in Fantasy Critics since he had Silksong, by the way. And if Metroid Prime also got delayed, God, I can't imagine.
Yep.
All right. Ali Miracle says, any old odd Switch one-offs or oddballs you checking out in the Switch 2 to use it more? I went back and revisited Chocobo Racing GP. Now that the weird Battle Pass shit is gone and there's hella Final Fantasy 9 love in it and Theater Rhythm, Final Bar Line. Boy, I hated Chocobo Racing GP, but even the Final Fantasy 9 stuff couldn't get back in. But Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line rules. That is a fantastic Switch 1 game. Gosh, oddballs are goose. Not a ton. I had that weird period there where I was going back through the older Splatoon games when I was killing time. But no, nothing on the level of a Chocobo Racing GP.
Yeah, there's one that I just kind of dabble in all the time. Part-time UFO from HAL. It's just like a little, you play as like a UFO, but it's also a UFO catcher, like a little claw machine guy. And you got to pick up the little things and rebuild statues from museums. And those are the levels. And you go on to the next challenge. It's a cute game, sweet little physics puzzler. And it's one that I've never beaten. So I've just kind of done a few levels at a time. And now that I have the Switch 2 out all the time, occasionally I'll play some of that.
All right, next one here is from Michael Riley. Do the Nintendogs get as deflated as I do when I see a game releasing on Switch without a Switch 2 release upgrade? Was looking forward to the new Katamari, but doesn't appear to have Switch 2 edition coming in the immediate future. Yeah, it bothers me. I think
bums
that
me out.
Sucks.
Yeah,
I think it bums me out. It's I'm like, oh, maybe I won't be getting that on the Switch. It bummed me out with everybody's golf recently. It's like, oh, that's just I bet that game's not gonna run really well as a Switch one game. Yeah.
Nintendo.
Was that?
It's Nintendo.
Yeah.
With the not handing out enough SDKs for developers to be able to actually get their games running natively on the Switch 2. But yeah, I'm still deflated, and it's a shame because it's these games that will get punished because I just won't buy them for the most part. You know, that said, a lot of these games do still run better with their Switch 1 version on Switch 2. But if we're just talking about spending money, like I love to have those updates for games I already own. I don't know how much money I'm going to be spending on a Switch 1 game just because it runs a little bit better on the Switch 2.
All right. Then Yanko says, with Game of the Year seeming less guaranteed as the year goes on, is there a more sure bet in video games this year than Claroskier will win Best Debut at the Game Awards? Oh, is that going to be up for Best Indie Debut?
It could be. I mean, there's going to be... I bet there's going to be some people that... I don't know. It's so hard to predict that. I was going to say there's going to be people who don't think about that for Best Debut Indie. But what do I know? Yeah, that could happen. It's, is it really indie? It does have a publisher, kind of, right? I don't know. It's so confusing.
It's hard. I mean, are you still feeling like Clear Obscure is pretty much with you, and even with all this Silksong business?
That's my real response to this is I don't think there's more of a lock than Expedition 33 for Game of the Year. I think everything else will sort of eat into each other, and it'll be so easy to just look around and be like, yeah, but Expedition 33 is as good as the rest of these. In some ways, I like it better because X or Y or Z, and it's fresh and original and out of nowhere. And sure, it's maybe not fresh and original because it pulls a lot of stuff from other JRPGs, but it's doing that in a way that still feels fresh because, like, Square Enix isn't doing that anymore. We can go to this team doing it, and they're doing it better than maybe Square Enix ever has. That's just all of those factors play together. It's a lock. That game's winning Game of the Year.
I was looking through all my 7 out of 10s on Infinite Backlog, and Christian was right. Destiny 1 is the most influential 7 out of 10.
I think that's the answer for sure.
Keywork says, my partner's out of town for a week, and I had a thought. If you're alone in your house, is there a reason to close the bathroom door? Thanks. There is one rule I have in my house when guests are here, actually, and it's close the bathroom door. Because if the bathroom door is open, Penny will get in there and chew up the toilet paper. So there's the reason why the bathroom door should be closed still.
In this house right now, the rule is, hey, are you in the bathroom, Dad? We're going to open the door and have a conversation with you. So I don't give a shit anymore. Leave the door open. Who cares?
Apparently, you are giving a shit.
Yeah, give it a shit, yes. And everyone knows about it.
And all right, that does it for the mailbag. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll take one more break. Boy, we talked about Silksong a lot. We'll see if there's anything else we want to talk about Nintendo-wise, but we got some more super chats to read as well. So let's come back. We'll close things off here. We'll party. We'll dance. We'll kiss, snuggle, and see you later.
Sorry, the music's playing. Sorry, everybody. All right.
All right, break.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I am too. Let's see. Actually, make sure I got the super chats.
If I sound distracted, it's because I'm one by one posting every single fucking old episode from Acast.
That's so stupid. I really...
It's so stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, there was an automated tool. It said it worked, and it definitely was working for some people. I don't know.
It worked. It migrated all the episodes, but at the same time, it put all the episodes from Acast into just draft mode. So I had to go to Acast and manually move everything because they don't have bulk edition for some reason.
Everyone, let's give our thank you to Christian for doing this. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian.
You're welcome. No problem. I got you. Just let me know if it's something is funky for you in the feed.
Yeah, if you're having any trouble with your premium RSS feed, people have been having trouble for the last week or so. Let us know, and we will.
And fuck you, Acast.
Yeah, for real.
Bring it back.
All right, fade into black. Mike, we're coming back up in 5, 4, 3.
All right, we are back. I mean, Jeff, I didn't really play any other Nintendo games. I would be remiss if I didn't bring up we are recording this on September 9th, which is a Dreamcast day. We had a fun time playing some Dreamcast games on GiantBomb.com today. I also just got rewarded by trying to find a controller or something, discovering a random plastic bag that like had $1,000 worth of old games in it, which was convenient.
You just had Tronbon in a bag, Mike. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's in decent shape, although I don't have that Mega Man Legends 2 demo disc. So if I can find that.
Yeah.
Also, a Cannon Spike, which I have everything but the manual for, is actually also pretty expensive. I found a person on Etsy who just makes replica manuals.
I love that.
I'm not gonna sell this thing. I just want it to look complete. So,
right.
I bought that. I bought this one, see how it looks, because I like that idea. But I found my original Resident Evil remake for GameCube.
Oh, cool.
I found all of Skies of Arcadia for Dreamcast complete in box there. And then this little CD holder that has a bunch of just random Dreamcast and PlayStation games. I have some of my Namco Museum games in here.
Oh,
right?
fun.
Look, there's the C and the A.
Yeah.
Right? Ka. So gosh, that was just in a fight. Hey, speaking of Streets of Rage, look, it's Fighting Force, everybody.
Yeah.
Remember that? I bought Fighting Force from Circuit City because that's how old I am. Oops, I dropped my GameCube game. Anyways, but I had a good time playing Dreamcast. I'll tell you what, the standouts from that for me was Cannon Spike, which is just this fun, weird, arcade kind of top-down shooter thing with a weird mismatch of random Capcom characters like Cammy and Mega Man and Arthur. And then Virtua Tennis just still looks and feels immaculate. Gosh, I could just play that forever.
Yeah, I was. I played a little bit more Dynamite Cop, and boy, that game's fun too. That's a silly beat 'em up. One of the 3D beat 'em ups, and it's fun because it's I can't tell what I'm doing half the time, and somehow the character is just going to do a triple suplex with some backflips in there. That's cool. I just like that a lot, and it looks like one of those Naomi board arcade games, which I love the look of. It's just an all-time arcade aesthetic for 3D visuals. So yeah, Dreamcast is a real cool system still. I would love to live to the day where we see Dreamcast in NSO Classics. That would be a real fun time.
Yeah, like that, or see Sega do more Dreamcast ports or Dreamcast collection. I would
show up for those.
We got a Dreamcast Christmas ornament from Hallmark a couple years ago. So clearly there's some kind of nostalgia market for this thing.
Even if Sega did some collections of their arcade games from past the Super Scalar. Well, no, do Super Scalar stuff all in one collection, and then do some Naomi board collections, things like that. That would be awesome. I would really.
Remember all those ports that you put in Like a Dragon? Can we have those outside of that, please? I would like to play Daytona 2, actually.
Right. You could really charge $60 for 8 of those games in one of those collections. Some ROMs. Come on, just do it. That would be fantastic.
But was there anything else Nintendo-wise that you played, Jeff, you wanted to talk about before we get to the Super Chats?
I've talked about it in a bunch of places now. I talked about it last week, but I did play quite a bit more Star Wars Outlaws over the weekend. Did I talk about it last week? I talked about it somewhere. Maybe it was the sides. It's good. It's really good on the Switch too. It is. The thing is, it is completely playable in terms of performance to the point where it's kind of miraculous. And it's miraculous in the way where it doesn't feel like a miracle. It doesn't feel like, oh my God, I can't believe they squeezed this all down to the Switch 2. It just feels like a normal video game running in a way that feels normal. And that is real nice because it's I don't have to think about that stuff. I'm just getting the real game experience here. Look, if you have a way to play this game in the highest fidelity and you're not someone that needs to play handheld, I'm at this point in my life, someone who needs to be able to play these games handheld if I'm going to be able to keep up with it. You get a lot out of this game from the increased fidelity. And so maybe take advantage of that if you can. But if you want it handheld, really your only option is Switch 2, and it's completely viable, a completely reasonable way to play it. I have now played a huge chunk of the game that way, and it looks and feels fantastic. So I would love to keep spending more time with it. That's just not reasonable right now, but I'm glad to have it there. I will keep it downloaded on the Switch 2, and as we get through some Game of the Year stuff, I might finish that up around Christmas time.
I do want to try this actually. So, and
It's worth
even
seeing.
with this game coming out the same day as Silksong, it seems like this port is still managing to make some noise, which is super impressive.
Yeah, I mean it is alleviating some anxieties people were having about the Switch 2 because so many other ports were having issues, and this game reportedly the week before, people were seeing it at PAX and it looked like dog shit. And so it's that was lending to those anxieties, and now that has completely cleared it up. And it's okay, we know it's possible. So now it's just down to maybe hounding some of these developers that haven't necessarily realized they can get these games to run in a decent way on the Switch 2. It does make me wonder. It's what did happen with Hitman? It's maybe there's some other element there that is causing problems, some CPU stuff. I think it's probably just they didn't know the tricks of the trade when it came to the Switch 2 yet, and maybe they'll be able to figure that out going forward.
All right, Jeff, we got a few more super chats. Would you read those, please?
Yes. Let's see here. I think we are on. Yes, Connell Wood, who says, what's being teased on the Balatro Twitter account? I have no idea. I did not see anything from the Balatro Twitter account. Mike, did you see anything?
No, well, for one thing, I'm not on Twitter anymore.
Right, yeah,
so...
I'm never checking other people's tweets ever these days.
Yeah, which one? Is Balatro Game the official one, or is it... tomorrow? It says tomorrow, and there's a Winky Joker. I think they're gonna sell a plushie, is what it looks like to me.
Oh, that'd be great.
Actually, is what I think is being a tease here, but I don't know.
Let's see here from Dubious Food, Jeff. Expedition 33 update. Yeah, I've definitely stalled on it because I'm playing so many other things, trying to keep up with some of these other games. I am basically still in the same spot I was last time. I was gonna sit down and spend some more time with it, but then I kind of read some books, played some of that Star Wars Outlaws, and then I was going to be okay, now time to go back to Expedition. And instead, the hype for Hollow Knight Silksong got me, and I played that instead. And I'm glad. I think it's the right move to play Silksong in this moment, and then I'll go right back to Expedition 33. It's just, God, Silksong is such a massive game. But thankfully, I'm really into it, so I can feel myself sort of rushing through it and getting back to Expedition. But I continue to guarantee that I will finish Expedition 33 here relatively soon, not just by Game of the Year time, but soon, because there's some other games I want to clean up as well in the next month or so. L. Grug says, did Mike ever get his helmet from Minotti hide, Mike? Or is he just going to get creative with aluminum foil? Also, Bacalar for 4-player co-op Blight Club? Yeah, we will. I think that's a good idea. If he can do it, he's usually sometimes busy on Wednesdays, but we'll see. We'll try to make that happen. Mike did find his helmet.
Yeah, it turns out it was in there. I'll tell you what, there was a second thing in a bag in there, and for some reason I was just immediately oh, this is some kind of undershirt thing I don't mean, because it just looks like white fabric.
Right.
And then after I was oh, the hat's probably in here, the helmet. So my bad, everyone. I'll wear the helmet tomorrow. You'll see it.
Very excited. All right, let's see here. Blake, first question. Has Mike made plans yet to go to Beak and Barrel? Let's answer that one
Beak
first.
and Barrel is the brand new bar and lounge in Disney World next to Pirates of the Caribbean. It's super new. It's hard to get a reservation. I'm going to Disney in late November, so we're not able to make our reservations just yet. We're going to try to get in there. We're hoping for best. It's difficult. It's a very hard reservation to get right now.
And then second question, how can I be there? Hashtag Tokoto meetup win.
I mean, I would love to do one. I'll tell you what, if we did one in Florida, probably wouldn't be at Beak and Barrel, a place that most people wouldn't be able to get into. Also, you would need a park ticket. It would be something like somewhere in Disney Springs. Even the Indiana Jones bar might be a good spot. That might be crowded.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. It could be Splitsville. I don't know. We'd figure something out for that. Yeah, Disney Springs or even City Walk, somewhere that everyone can get to.
Mikey O'Leary says, still chuckling at Dan saying, I took a night shower and a sauna and I slept great. Yeah, bro, you thinned your blood out a lot. That makes you tired. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, probably just dropped his blood pressure a ton, right? JD Camp says, Mike, will you get a peepo? A mower, not a penis.
No, I like use an app that just sends a person to my lawn every.
If it's
2
working,
weeks.
yeah, I get it.
They do a good job. So.
But we tried to do that when we first moved here, and everyone was booked. So it's like, yeah, you can't do that. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, so we settled on this solution instead, and I'm happy with it. But if it was working for me, we never would have changed it in the first place. I got another one here, David R. Line. The amount of hidden areas in this game is absurd. Yeah, I mean, every time you get a power, it's maybe not a bad idea to like go back to one of the previous areas and see what you can do now. Definitely doing that with one of the jumping abilities I just got. So yeah, very cool. Mike, that does it for the super chats.
All right, well, fantastic. Then that does it for us. Good stuff. We again tomorrow, Light Club. I'm playing more Virtual Highlight. We're gonna have that Acclaim talk over. If there is a Nintendo Direct this week, we will be talking over that on Giant Bomb as well. Yeah, check out that Dreamcast stream we did today. Good time. We talked about Hollow Knight even more on Bombcast. Sean joined us there as well. Let's talk about that. And Tokon, that Marvel fighting game. So yeah, all sorts of fun stuff. We finished Ribbon. I played some Path of Exile too. It's just the content just keeps on coming.
Okay.
Okay, Christian,
All
please.
yeah, for the people that either are premium and don't listen to the bonus stuff or are not premium, we are fixing the premium feed for all y'all. So keep an eye on it. Let me know if it's working. All the old episodes for like the Patreon subs. Just let me know.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
He comes!
Oh shit! JK!
Boy pussy. Boy pussy.
Yeah, make sure restricted modes turn off.